Welcome back, everyone. We are going to be doing the painting session of our class. We've already done part one, which was the introduction to the book, and the book that we are using is called Friends and Gems, Acrylic Painting Lesson for Beginners, Rainbow Trees. And just in case you guys didn't get a chance to see it, I'll put it on here for you. So here is our book. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it at the Father's Market at Etsy.com, and the book has step-by-step instructions, so that way you can follow along with the video, but you don't have to purchase it. It's got a beautiful story in it and a poem, and there's a Bible lesson to do when we get done working on the paint. So now we are going to go ahead and get started, and you see by my palette, this is all the rainbow colors. So you see dark purple, light purple, dark green, light green, dark blue, light blue, orange, red, yellow, and then you see the white gel. It's very thick looking. That's what's going to do our texture, and that's called gloss heavy gel. Normally there would be white paint on this palette, and I just use paper plates that you can throw away when you're done. And I've already gone ahead and painted the board, and this is just 8x10 canvas board that is very inexpensive. You can get it anywhere. And the next step that we're going to be doing is you're going to take the white thick, now bring it over here so you can see it, but you just put it on really thick. So what we want to do is we want to cover the whole surface of the canvas. And like I said, this canvas has already been painted white, and I let it dry. It's a little bit better to do that, so that you have, it'll be a nice surface, because this clear gloss does dry clear. So you mix paint with it, and that's how you get the beautiful texture on it. And so this one, you can see I'm making nice thick swirls with it. The more texture, the better, because that's what we're going for. The brush that I'm using, you can see it's a medium round brush. This one's actually a number 8. I tend to like the watercolor paint brushes better, because that's what they were designed for. They've got a little bit longer of a handle. They're much easier to work with. So we're just gonna cover the whole surface. You can have fun doing this with your children and your grandchildren. I've actually taught this class. I had just a couple days ago, I had my 2 granddaughters and my daughter-in-law and her sister over, and we had so much fun working on it. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with our trees. And so the first thing we're going to do, we'll start with the blue paint. And so you just sort of daub it on. And you see I'm not doing any special pattern. We just get it on there. It's very, very simple, and you see the texture in it. And at this stage, it doesn't look very pretty, but it will when we get it done. And then what you're going to do is you rinse your brush in the water between changing your paints out. So I have a pint mason jar that I keep, and then I keep a wet washcloth to keep the brush clean. And so then we do the blue first, and then we're going to put the light lavender. And like I said, it's just a kind of a random order. And at this stage, this really doesn't look all that great. And it doesn't matter if the colors blend in a little bit. This is what we want. It gives a really unique texture. So then the next color we're going to do is the light green. And it's kind of like a lime green. So we're going to put that on. I just love the rainbow colors. It's so fun to work with them. And I just love working with textures. It's just peaceful and easy. You can put some pretty music on, and like I said, you get your cup of coffee and you just take your time and enjoy your quiet time, or you enjoy it with your friends. I know when we did it the other night, we just had so much fun laughing and talking together. And then our next color is going to be the red. And so we're just going to put nice big globs on here. And you want the trees to kind of overlap into each other. So you see, you get just a really, you can already see the pattern starting with these. You can see your colors nicely. I'll put a little more blue on here to cover this one in a little bit. And you see what I mean? You don't have to draw, you don't have to really have any artistic ability with it. And you can see the beautiful patterns that are starting to emerge. So, and it's all about patterns, like I said. So we're just gonna go ahead, and the next thing we're gonna do is just add some texture. So this part, I'll show you the tool that we'll be using. It's a little plastic spatula, and you can see right here. So what we're gonna do is just make some marks in the, like this. You know, you just going for some texture in it. So all I'm gonna do is just cut it in like this. And you see, it just makes a nice, pretty texture because we're gonna layer, layer, layer. That's the fun part about working with acrylics. And if you don't have a spatula, you can just use a knife. And you're gonna see, we're gonna do just a really fun pattern here in just a minute. So we're just doing texture in it. And then the next step we're gonna do is we are going to be adding the tree branches. And I just gotta get a little black paint here. And I have a fine brush. So then all you do is you're just gonna, and you just kind of want these random. It doesn't really matter where you put them because we're gonna cover over them. We just wanna have a hint of the branches. And like I said, it's kind of amazing when you look at this. It doesn't look like very much right now, but it's gonna be beautiful when we get it done. Just do random. Easy strokes. It's if you can hold a pencil, you can hold it. This is just a small brush that has a little bit of a point on it. And then, now this next part is going to be the fun part, because what we're going to do is you take a regular teaspoon and you use the opposite color. So you just take the teaspoon and you just push it in to the paint and see how it gives you that nice texture that you're looking for. See, you just push it in. And because we use the heavy gloss, that's what brings this beautiful texture. And all I'm doing is just pressing the spoon into the paint. See? So we've got this beautiful texture going on. And you see how you just see the hint of the branches underneath. And then I'm going to use the opposite color for the purple. So we're going to pick up the purple, and you can see when you see the spoon how I pick it up on the back. And you just press it in. Make this beautiful textured pattern. And there's, you know, it's all about what looks good to you. I actually got a little tiny bit of orange on it, which won't hurt anything, because we have our colors all together on here. But you see how when you press it in, you get this nice pattern. And I want a little more of the light, I think, down here. But you see the way the white shows through, it just adds so much to it. And then we're going to add the dark green on the light, on top of the light green. Same technique. Just press it in with your spoon, and you can use as much or as little as feels good to you. And I'm just going to add some more. And then we're going to do the orange. So you can see that we've got some, I've got all the colors on here. And then the funnest part is the spatter technique. And you can see what you do, and I'm going to show you. You hold the paint, get some water into the paint, and you make it really watery. And then this part is almost the funnest part. And then you just tap it, see, all over the page. And you can see I've already done some of them for you. And I've used all the colors, and the kids just absolutely love this technique. So you can see we've got a beautiful painting. It's got texture and dimension, and it's just every time I take this painting everywhere, everyone likes it. I'm just going to try to bring it up a little bit so you guys can see. So you see all the beautiful spatters that are all different colors, and you can see it almost looks like confetti on there. And then what you do is you have to wait now for it to dry. And then the last piece that you'll do is you will sign your name when it's dry. I like to sign mine in black paint. And then the last step that you'll do is you're going to spray it with hairspray, or you can use gloss, spray gloss. And then when I frame these, I take the glass out of the frame so that that you can see the textures. And I'm just going to pause this for just a minute, and I'm going to go get one that's already finished, and I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll be back in just a minute. Here's one that's framed, and you can see this one's dry, and so see, you can see all the texture. And when you put it in the frame, it really brings out the colors. And like I told you, people have just been amazed at how beautiful it comes out. Let's see if I can get it all in there for you. So you can see how beautiful. It's just a lovely, lovely technique. And I have so enjoyed spending this time with you. I hope this has been relaxing and fun. We'll be back with another painting lesson next week. And again, I'm Bonnie McPhail. You have a wonderful evening.